Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to Anime King 3, and today I'm going to be giving you part 10 of What If Naruto Awaken His Members and Powers in the Land of Wave, guys. Remember to get this one to 100 like as usual, share this to all of your friends on your social media platform, and also guys, don't forget to go ahead and check out the brand new episode over Anime King of What If Naruto had Madara seal inside of him at birth, and enjoy that guys. And remember, for new, yes, I indeed have 4 channels that I post What If on every single day. Yes, you heard that correctly. Every single day for you guys enjoys to go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become a part of the Making family. And thank you for all for your help and support. Remember to comment down below and tell me if you're new, so I can reply and talk to you back personally, guys. And also turn on the bell notification as well to see exactly when I post. So without further ado, wasting more time on you, so we jump right into this new episode. Begin now, guys. So, the last part that we left off. Both Son Nin and current Missing Nin were facing off against one another, as Naruto and Jiraiya were looking towards each other. Before the battle began, it started out small with the both of them exchanging taijutsu blows. While that was going on, Kabuto was watching from afar. At the hidden leaf though, Tsunade had a bad omen as her cup broke as she was about to drink her coffee, as it spilled all over her. A glass in Harrison's room shattered. Something was terribly wrong. Back to the fight. Jiraiya found himself being overpowered. Naruto's versatility and abilities caused it to be hard to keep up with him, as Jiraiya found himself being outgunned, outmatched, as Naruto was not even using the Fox power. In fact, he promised that he would not, just to taunt Jiraiya even more. But Jiraiya was not one to not follow through with his threats, as he made his promise that he would end Naruto to save him from the misery that is currently plaguing his heart, and he would make sure that he wipe away that from this land. He would take the responsibility upon himself, freeing Hiruzen of that. So they start to clash even more as Jiraiya summoned Gamekin. Upon summoning Gamekin, Jiraiya started to gather nature energy, as Naruto ended up summoning a pack of wild wolf made from pure black lightning as they rushed towards Gamekin. An intense battle happened between Gamekin and the wolves, as Naruto ended up using a technique that caused the Toad tremendous pain and it was forced to go back. However, by that time, Jiraiya had finished entering into his sage mode. Upon entering into his sage mode, Jiraiya was a lot faster and stronger than Naruto in this state. In fact, he started to beat the crap out of Naruto. But once again, his remorse and his feelings of dread was holding him back, but still, he realized he had to do this as he slammed a Rasengan in Naruto's chest. Thinking that the blonde was done, Naruto started to laugh though. Still not accessing the Kyuubi's power, Naruto smirked. All this fight, Naruto was sending chakra up in the sky. Jiraiya glanced up towards the cloud as the lightning came down and struck Naruto. However, this lightning was no normal lightning. Mixed with Naruto's chakra, the nature, wild chaotic lightning nature in the heavens, struck Naruto, giving him an ominous glow. As a cloak of lightning came around him, his body changing shape and his hair standing on end and becoming white. Naruto's power skyrocketed. Kabuto was shocked to what he saw, never expecting that. Kuromi told Naruto to end this now because this is the first time he was actually using this mode in a battle, and she feared about his body after he dropped out of it. As Naruto took on Jiraiya, his speed had far surpassed Jiraiya in this state. He was fast as lightning, it seems. The Toad stood no chance as Naruto beat the living crap out of Jiraiya and proceeded to take his head clean off, forcing the Toad to go back to the summoning realm. Naruto then collapsed on his butt as Kabuto came down, as Naruto told him that this was the goodest opportunity to kill him that he had right now. However, Kabuto did not, as he believed that Naruto would be useful within the future. So with that out of the way, some time passed as the news broke to Konoha. It was a rather shocking news. Many more people within the village started to get angry as Asuma came to his father, as Hiruzen had created a task force that specialized in tracking and eliminating one Naruto Uzumaki. Several people had taken sponsorship on this task force to get rid of him, as the demise of Naruto was something that they seek immediately. Jiraiya of the Sannin had been killed. Naruto further taunt Konoha as he created a clone and brought the body parts of Konoha, and not to mention a few chonins that tried to stop him. The people were sickened by his actions, but he simply laughed as he poofed away. When he arrived back, Gaia slapped him across the face, angered him for doing that by himself. Granted, she knew that he was immensely powerful, but yet, she didn't want him to get hurt, and she wanted to be there to support him. He apologized, as he would make it up to her. If there was one thing that Naruto could do, he could be modest sometime. Well, in his own little way. As for the Akatsuki, they lost a main source of information, that being sorcery. No, that was a problem. When they arrived toward the scene, the place had been broken up. The information had spread like wildfire. Many people could not believe it. The legendary Sannin, Jiraiya was dead. Granted, Jiraiya was not shade like Orochimaru or all over the place like Tsunade, but now she was changing. Jiraiya had become the most popular Sannin because he had been through everywhere. So yeah, many people know his name, and to hear that the former Jinchuriki of the village had taken him down, it was rather rocking. Yes, the foundations of the Hidden Leaf was shaking up right now. However, they still stood strong. Hiruzen was still leading the march, as the assault group that was created was prepared to end Naruto by any means necessary, because if they did not, they feared the outcome of this village. Yes, they need to kill him. While that was going on, as Naruto and Gaia were heading out, as Naruto was going to the mountain regions, the last time he tried to activate the final stage of his lightning manipulation, it almost killed him. That is why Gaia had to be there to make sure that he would survive, because if not, there was a good chance that he would end up dying, frying his entire system inside and out, and not even Kuromi could save him from that. So she went along with him. However, Sasuke was pissed off as Naruto once again chose to humiliate him before he left. Sasuke decided that it was time that he made his move. He was gonna finally make his move and leave this place, but before that though, he was gonna end Orochimaru. He would not allow the Sannin to take over his body. Never. In a million years that would not happen. So with that, Naruto and Gaia left, due to come back in a month, or if it take longer. The task force of Konoha was building. Several things were happening at the moment, as the world was stagnant at the moment, but at most it would start to speed up once again. So yeah guys, basically that's what I thought. You guys can switch across the playcheck of yourself, and what do you say we jump right into this brand new episode. Begin now guys. Tsunade Senju sat by the grave of her former friend. Granted, she always punched him, always cursed at him for being a pervert, but in this time, she would be grateful to just at least hear his voice, him making some lewd comment about her. There was a bottle of sake in her hand. Cheers, she said, as she clinked it against a stone, as she took a gulp. It had been 3 months now since Jiraiya had died. 3 months. Once again she had lost precious people to her. Coming back to the village was something that she did not want. However, she did came back, if just to help her sensei out a bit. But now Jiraiya was dead. She's only had found a home here, and she didn't want to take that away from her, not to mention Konoha needed her in this time of crisis. The other nations were not making a move for them, but they were being a bit watchy at the moment, so they had to be careful. There was a task group that was assigned to track and kill Naruto Uzumaki. That child needed to die. Tsunade knew that for a certain, because if he did not die, there was a good chance that this village would not survive, and she couldn't allow that to happen. She still didn't know how he was able to defeat Jiraiya. Has he truly become that much stronger? But she had to do something. Being one of the last Sannins left alive, yes, that was true. She was the last Sannin left. The thing was, Orochimaru was said to be killed by Sasuke Uchiha 2 months ago. That news was shocking. Sakura thought that Sasuke would be coming back, but that was so far from the case. The Uchiha was going on his own goal right now. At the moment though, he's not important. He's not important in the slightest. What is important is taking down Naruto Uzumaki, because he was a major threat to the village. The power that he wielded is too dangerous, that is why the group that was assigned to him was all check and making sure that they were specialized for several reasons: tracking, hunting, execution, healing. Everyone was there for a proper state of that group. And these were not some veteran hard shinobis. These were shinobis that once knew him. They once called him friend in the academy. Some of them, that is. Some of them were a bit older. However, some of the rookies were a part of this group. Some of them really wanted him dead for what he did. Yes, there was a lot of resentment and pain going around. The pain of losing so much people when Naruto had wiped out the monument had not gone away. Kids, elders, many people died on that day. Hiruzen was taking this a lot. Sneddy didn't know how much more her sensei could take. There was a good chance that his body would soon start to fail him, more than it already is. Her sensei was going under a lot of stress right now. She tried to ease said stress, but it wasn't going on so well. But she knew. Only thing he wanted was to fix the wrong that he made before he went away. As she could tell, the man was utterly broken. Losing so much, it surely put a toll on you. However, before he passed, he wanted to fix a mistake, which was Naruto Uzumaki. Meanwhile that was going on, it's almost like he just dropped off the face of the earth once again, said Deidara as he looked up towards his leader. Having the source of flight, Deidara was able to scan a wide area. At the moment, the Akatsuki was currently looking for the nine-tailed Jinchuriki, which was Naruto Uzumaki. He's proven to become a dangerous foe, able to take out the likes of Jiraiya of the Sannin, a powerful ninja who could probably take out several of the Akatsuki member by himself. Yet he was taken down by this child. Well, not a child anymore. More like a dangerous force that wanted to see nothing but chaos. Keep up the search, you as well, Zetsu, the leader said. Before our plans move any further, we must find him. So we're not going after the tail beasts yet, said Kakazu. Without the 1 or 9, the beginning and the end, there is no point, the leader said. He cannot hide forever. We must find him. At the moment, there is a hit list on his head, along with the Sanjin Julki as well. So there is just so much place that he can hide. Find him before the other nations do. I will not tolerate failure, he said, as he dismissed them. His friend Konan glanced over towards them. What's wrong, he said. I don't know, she said, but I have a bad feeling. He gave her a strange look. I know. These don't happen often, but I believe that something is wrong with this whole thing. Why do you say that? He asked her. Somehow, he was able to hid from us for the past 3 years, and Konoha as well. The Hidden Rain has not as much manpower when it comes to Konoha's tracking team or scouts. He was able to hid from Jiraiya of the Sannin, who is now dead. He was able to kill Sensei, said Konan. We do not know how much power he wields. We were not able to witness the fight to ourselves, but Sasori fall under his demise as well. That goes to show, if he had fought Sasori before, and yet still had enough power to take on Sensei, how much stronger has he become, and what exactly is he doing? The belief that he was with Orochimaru could still be possible, but now that Sasuke has killed Orochimaru, where is he? Is he with the Uchiha? If he was, I highly doubt that it would have taken so long for him to be found. I believe something else is going on here. He gave her a look. He shall be found, he said, not expressing his deeper thoughts. This whole situation seems strange. He shall be found, one way or another. Meanwhile, in the vast regions of the Land of Lightning, a distance away from Kumo, a far distance away, these hills once belonged to a very powerful man, Kurome, and the tail beasts knew of it. The hills once belonged to the Sage of Six Paths. However, through time, it had changed the terrain a lot, but you could still see the makeshift of the houses that had been turned into cave. The place had been abandoned ever since the sage had passed away, and his children had split apart. Up in said cave, on the highest peak, stood someone. His features seemed a lot different. Maybe it was because he was in the depths of his power. However he released it. A big goofy grin on his face. Given the situation, he shouldn't be having that grin, seeing that he has become one of the most wanted men alive for Konoha right now. Well, and Miyakasuke, and more people out there. But he did not really care. Over to the other side, the person watched him with amazement. Amazing, she said. What can I say? I'm just awesome, said Naruto. Standing there without a shirt or any pants, Naruto stood on the highest peak of the mountain, a flat surface. They were ridiculously close to the skies, as they were up in the clouds. Well, not as close to the sky, but still. It was a rather strange and mixed feeling view. Yet, they were not worried about the lightning storm, because there was a reason for that. Why would you be worried about something you basically are? Over to the side, Kuromi and Shikaku was watching the whole scene. Granted, they were just a chakra imprint at the moment, unable to really fight or use any power in their states. I must say, your human impressed me more and more, said Shikaku. She glanced towards her sister. You know his name. He's not just any human. Fine. Your Naruto impressed me. Damn right he does, said Kuromi, as she watched Naruto with a happy smile on her face. He's grown splendidly. It's time we begin the process of changing this land. Took us long enough, said Shikaku. What? They had to be ready. Not to mention, you took quite your lonesome time teaching Gaia over there. As you said, they had to be ready, said Shikaku. Now with the power that the both of them wield, I don't believe we have anything to fear. That hasn't been an issue for some time now. Even without calling upon our power, they're already destructive enough to go up against some of the top elites and come out alive. Adding on to their changes and improvements, and also Gaia little experiment on her son. Well, they become quite the deadly couple, said Kuromi, watching them like a proud mother was watching her kids. Yes, it was quite the scene. Well then, said Shikaku. She got up. It's time for us to convince our siblings to go along with the plan. Or else, said Kuromi, leaving no tone for any of them denying what she had to say. Let's just talk to them first. They might understand the failure that this world has turned out to be, and join us. So let's not go into full battle mode before we talk. Huh? You've certainly changed. Usually you're the one to cause a battle between them. And myself as well, said Kuromi. Yes, that is correct. But I think I'll take a different approach now. If indeed we're gonna be living in this new world that we're gonna create, certain things have to change. Is your attitude one of them? Kind of. I'm going for a new thing. Like a queen, she said. What? Said Kuromi. Yes. A dignified, calm, rootful queen. And who the hell told you that you're gonna become a queen? I told myself that. What? You got something to say about it? No, there's a Shikaku I know. And if anything, I'll be the queen of this new world. With Naruto-kun by my side, we'll be unstoppable. With Gaia by my side, we will be unstoppable. No, we will. No, we will. You guys? They turned as they saw the others looking at them. Are you two okay? Naruto asked. Oh, don't worry. Just a bit of sisterly bonding, said Gaia as she was holding Shikaku in a headlock, who punched her in the stomach. You know, it's quite strange to see two Bijus in human form, playing like they're children, said Gaia. You're telling me, said Naruto, as he slapped her on the ass. Hey, she said, seems like my hand has a mind of its own. When it admires something too much, it just wants to touch it. She turned and gave him one of those looks, as Naruto felt himself getting all squirmy, as he felt the blood rush into somewhere else. Oh my, it seems like someone wanted to play. Once again, throughout this whole thing, Naruto was naked. Well, this scene was not really that much surprising given how often he was naked nowadays. So yeah, it's not that really shocking or anything. And they had become so comfortable around the Bijus that both Shikaku and Kuromi paused as they heard sounds, glancing over. You know, I think the both of them might enjoy human fornication a bit too much, said Shikaku. You're telling me, said Kurumi, as both of them watched Naruto and Gaia go at it. Time skip. They had been up in the mountains for months now. They had made sure to gather a large amount of food and everything they would need, because they would not be coming back down until they were finished. Gaia also had her personal training to do, mastering complete control over Shikaku's chakra, and Naruto had his training to worry about as well. So yeah, they did not know what was going on with the world right now. However, it was about time that they leave Orochimaru. Naruto figured that he would not kill the man, because really and truly he did not have anything against him. And besides, perhaps Orochimaru would be a good ally in the future. Who knows? Arriving back down towards civilization, as they made their way, it did not take them too long. The location already stuck in their mind about where the base was. Arriving towards said base. However, before they could get there though, ninjas appear from everywhere, weapons drawn. As Naruto paused, glancing towards them, immediately their weapons drop. As the first one bow, I apologize, Naruto-sama. We didn't know that it was you, the man said, showing a healthy amount of fear towards Naruto. Knowing that Naruto has been prone to show violence for the littlest interaction that caused him problems. Oh, it's alright, said Naruto. The man was surprised. Well, maybe he was wrong. What's going on? Why is everyone so jumpy, said Naruto. The man looked at him strangely. You've been gone for the past 3 months. You have not heard? He asked surprised. Heard what? As Gaia glanced towards him. Time skip. Holy shit. Gurren heard as she looked up. Gurren was currently sitting down in a makeshift throne, fit perfectly for her. There was a desk in front of her. She looked up to see Naruto leaning against the door, as he started to laugh. He laughed so hard that a tear came to his eye as he wiped it away. So, you're finally back. For a moment there I thought, you ran away completely, she said to him. And would you mind informing me what the hell is so funny? Oh, sorry, it's just, I can't believe Sasuke actually killed Orochimaru. The thought did cross my mind that he would. You knew that he would do this? Yes, said Naruto. I mean, Sasuke is dumb, but he's not that kind of an idiot to make Orochimaru take his body. However, I call bullshit, said Naruto. I mean, he did it while Orochimaru was weak, suffering the backlash of having to change a body. So yeah, that's no real special feat. At least I was able to kill a Sannin at their full percentage, said Naruto. So yeah, he's still a little bitch, and I'm gonna make sure to tell him that. Where is he? If I knew, he wouldn't be alive right now. Oh, ominous, said Naruto. So you want to kill him? Of course. He killed Lord Orochimaru. And why do you care, said Naruto. What? Said Gurren as she got up, a serious look on her face. However, Naruto just looked bored as he looked at her. Let me say it again. Why do you care? How dare you say that to me? Lord Orochimaru is dead. And, said Naruto, he has made it clear at least 1,000 times that he will not be taking your body, which is something you want for some strange reason. I must say, I like your devotion, but too much is a bit too much, said Naruto. After all, he was the one that caused Yukimaru's death. No, he did not, she said. Well, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't he the one that pushed him to use his abilities to run tests on him? And when he died, did he apologize? Did he tell you that he was sorry for ending Yukimaru's life? Gurren clenched her fist. And now that he's dead, you still have respect for him. I must say, that devotion is something else, said Naruto. You're a strong woman, Gurren. Powerful and able to make thoughts and ideas of your own. After all, if you weren't, you wouldn't be sitting here right now, said Naruto. What's that supposed to mean, she said. Oh, don't worry, it's not a threat or anything, said Naruto. I'm merely stating a fact. After all, what exactly have you been up to? I see the country has changed quite a bit. You've also taken the reign as leader. Must say, I'm impressed. I never thought you to be a leader, said Naruto. Well, someone had to take over, she said. What about Kabuto, Naruto asked. I don't know what he's up to, but I haven't seen him much around lately. So you decided to take over. Gurren narrowed her gaze. What? Are you gonna fight me for the position? Oh hell no, said Naruto. I wouldn't want to be a leader of this place in 1,000 years. But I have to say, you make quite the better leader than Orochimaru. She was surprised that he said that. I mean, in my entire time here I've never seen Orochimaru pick up a pen or paper do any paperwork, said Naruto. Only work on his sick twisted experiments. What exactly are you doing? Well, for one thing, I said to myself I was going to fix this country, so I found the previous daimyo and I executed him. That fat slob of crap was just funneling money into his pocket. He had used the people of this country, discreetly send them over towards Orochimaru, and used them for his experiments, while Orochimaru made sure that he was well taken care of in the money department. The country would be down in the dumps after a few weeks if I hadn't stepped in, not that it wasn't already suffering. So I made it my job to make it a better place. This place has been my home for the longest time now, and I'm taking over to make it a better place. An actual ninja village. Once again, I'm impressed, said Naruto. Never thought you had it in you. I suppose I can leave this place once I do take over. What are you talking about? Oh, nothing to concern you, said Naruto. But I'll be leaving. You are? I thought, oh don't worry, said Naruto. I'm not like leaving and we're not gonna see each other again. I'm just gonna take a little trip. There's a few things I have to gather. Like what? Oh, you know. Things here, things there. The next time you see me, we'll chat, said Naruto. And when will that be? 3 years? As Naruto chuckled. Took me 3 months this time. Granted, I don't know how long it will take, but I'll be in touch, said Naruto. I have to say, love what you're doing with the place. Keep up the good work. See you soon. As he made his way off, Gurren sat back down in the chair that she was in. Now she was feeling a bit conflicted. Here she thought that he would try to berate her for fixing up the country and taking over, but no. He actually said she was doing a good job. Maybe she should remain as she was. Yes, she believed that was the best thing to do at the moment. She nodded to herself. She's a leader now after all. She will take care of this country and her people, and make sure that the sound is no laughing matter anymore. She vowed to herself. She was not doing this for Orochimaru or anyone else. She was doing this for herself. Yes, she was doing this for herself. It's time that she take control of her life. No more being ordered around. Glancing back up to where he exit, she knew soon enough his name would be on everyone's lips. He's up to something. And it wasn't anything normal. For one thing though, Konoha will burn. And when that day comes, she will enjoy that. For now though, she never knew that it was so difficult to run a ninja village. Difficult and bothersome, she thought to herself. Time skip. Wow, I never took her for the leader type, said Gaia, as both her and Naruto were making their way down. They were walking through a leafy path, trees on both sides of them. You're telling me, said Naruto. I was as surprised as you are. However, she's running the country a lot better, taking over as leader and daimyo. She has a lot cut out for her, said Naruto as he kept on walking. Both him and Gaia not afraid to show their face in public. They'd seem unbothered, to be exactly. Unafraid of anyone as they walked in broad daylight, knowing that there was people after them. But they just did not care. They were that confident in their strength and power right now, to not really fear anyone as they walk, calmly moving through, getting closer to their destination. They arrived towards a local port area. Arriving there, many people saw them. That is when news start to fly. Whispers start to go from left to right, as people realized quickly who they were. They are a rather famous couple after all. Granted, Konoha was the biggest nation out there, and they had made sure to place a high bounty on Naruto's head to anyone who can bring him back. dead or alive. Naruto had the highest bounty in the entire world. Yes, throughout any nations, any, previous, past, anything, Naruto bounty was the complete highest. Nothing had gone beyond that, or above it. That is why he was quite famous. Gaia bounty was not too far behind. The Sand really wanted her back. However, they wanted her alive. The Sand want their tail beasts back, if anything. After all, they were quite lacking in manpower already. So, without the tail beasts, they were pretty much pathetic. As both Naruto and Gaia glanced up towards the ship that they would be taking to go towards the land of water, that is when a few shinobis arrive, swords strapped to their hip. As Naruto noticed their headband, they were from Kumo. "Hey Kato," the taller one said, as him and his partner were standing there. "If I'm not mistaken, I believe that this is the famous missing name that is worked so much in Konoha." The shorter one, Kato, turned towards his partner. "I think you're right, Aizu." Kato and Aizu were speaking loudly on purpose. As Naruto glanced towards them, Gaia not even paying them any attention, people quickly started to move away as they heard that. As Naruto then turned back towards the boat. "Huh, a cocky one, are you?" said Aizu, looking away like we're no threat. He unsheathed his blade. "I'm afraid I can't allow you to take this boat go anywhere. That money is quite a lot. The highest bounty through anything that has ever been posted. And I'm afraid I'm gonna have to have it." His partner nodded. As Kaizo moved forward, blade running to slice Naruto's head off, his partner already going through hand sign to back him up. However, the both of them were captured in iron sand. Having no idea where the hell it come from, or how it was able to outpace them so easily, both woman ninjas found themselves in a sticky situation. Kaizo being a Jonin, and his partner being a Chunin. They were just coming back from a mission, passing through. They should have just went off. However, they had to take offense to seeing this missing out here. After all, anyone would do anything for that amount of money from Konoha. However, they should have taken caution when the book told them that they should not proceed with anything less than a platoon. These people were just so cocky they believed that they could take someone on that defeated a Sanin. However, Naruto did not lift a finger. It was Gaia that brought them forward. She then proceeded to raise them in mid-air, causing the people around them to gasp. Both of them were screaming in agony as the iron injected into their body. Slowly it started siphoning off their blood, strengthening the iron in their sand. As it siphoned them off until they were nothing but dried husks, that she tossed right towards the trash can and landed perfectly. "Nice shot," said Naruto. "Thanks, I've been practicing," she said. "Relax, people," said Naruto, seeing everyone a bit jumpy. "The threat has been dealt with." "You're welcome," he said, giving them a mocking bow. Gaia doing the same as Naruto bent his knees and jumped as he landed on the nice little boat. It was quite large. The fearful man stood there as he wanted to back out of there. "Hey," said Naruto as he placed a hand on his shoulder. "I'm gonna need a ride, okay?" The man was trembling in fear. Please don't kill me." "Why would I do that? You're gonna help me, aren't you?" "And I don't kill people that help me. So, what do you say?" Yeah, wherever you need to go," the man said, trembling. Some of these people have not seen gore like this. Seen someone be sucked and just tossed. Well, it was a rather violent sight. And if that girl was scary, and this man seemed to be even more scarier, as Gaia floated up gently and sat down right to the edge. "Make sure to keep the ride steady. I don't like a bumpy ride," she said. "I would listen to her if I were you. She'd get rather pissed when she don't get what she wants. And I mean really pissed," said Naruto. The man was trembling as Naruto threw armor on his shoulder. "I think we're going to be good friends," he said. "Yeah, very good friends." Time skip. Several ninjas were summoned to the office immediately. In the office of the Hokage was none other than Kakashi Hatsuki, Asuma Sarutobi, Kiba Inuzaka, Shino Aburame, Sakura Haruno, and Neji Hyuga, along with Shikamaru Nara. They were the ones that were currently in the office. They were the ones that were placed on a task force to find and eliminate one Naruto Uzumaki. They had all what was qualified for a special task force. They had the brain, the speed, the strength, the agility, the sensory. They had everything. This was probably the perfect team. Over the past 3 years, the ones that were in the younger generation had made sure that they were on the level to receive the same treatment of the older ninjas. They had pushed their body to the absolute limit. Kiba being the one that had pushed himself the hardest. Kiba had shown immense growth. Hatred was something that could truly push you over the edge. And Kiba had so much hatred for Naruto. So much in fact that it was just boiling over. The one that was in charge of this group was Kakashi. Out of everyone else here, Kakashi could keep the most calm head. Granted, Asuma came up with the idea to try this immediately, but Asuma was too emotional when it comes to seeing Naruto. After what happened to Kurenai, he would make some judgments that would leave his team in a bad state if they came face to face with Naruto. All of you will be heading towards Water Country. I have spoken to the Mizukage. She is quite reasonable while helping me in this endeavor, Hiruzen said. The Mizukage was much more nicer than he thought. The woman allowed his ninjas to pass through, as she told him that she will handle the affair with the daimyo. Hiruzen knew what she wanted. It seems like she was fishing for an alliance between them. Granted, Kiri had just recovered. Well, they were not fully back to 100%. So they were hoping to join forces to make sure that they were safe in these times of weakness. In order to get rid of this threat, Hiruzen, while nothing has been said yet, know the implications of her allowing the shinobi to pass through, even going as far as her to talk to daimyo herself. The message was quick and delivered fast. Granted, Naruto had a few days on them now, but still, he was in the land of water. As Hiruzen told the group this, Kiba clenched his fist so tight, as he felt like his knuckles were about to pop. You all are to leave immediately. Remember your task. If there's a chance of bringing him back alive, do so. However, if there is none, end him. Same for his accomplice. The group nodded as they all moved out, getting their things ready. Kiba went home as he packed his things. His mother and sister wished him luck on this mission. Kiba didn't need luck, he has been training for this. Shikamaru remembered what Naruto told him all those years ago, that he was gonna burn Konoha. Shikamaru knew if something was not done, that threat was gonna indeed come through. That is why he was making sure that he was a part of this team. His mind would serve them well. Sakura being the medical ninja of the team, Neji being the eyes, Shino having the bugs, and also a lot of hate for Naruto as well. He wanted Naruto to die as well. After all, Kurenai was his sensei and Hinata was his friend. Kiba had the nose. They could track him really easily. Asuma was the one that had brought this idea up in the first place. And Kakashi was the one more suitable to end this. Kakashi wanted to take this onto himself. He already had enough to blame himself for. It doesn't matter if he add on one more thing. After all, he already failed as a human being. He failed as a sensei as well. There is no big deal. Sakura hoped they could use some of these efforts to try and find Sasuke, but it didn't seem that was the case. Right now, Naruto was a more bigger threat. She couldn't believe still that the idiotic ramen lover had turned into something like this. He was a monster. Time skip. In the land of water, a group of Kiri Hunter ninjas was currently watching the couple as they moved through their land. Granted, they were not exactly on their land. They were on one of the many lands that surrounded Kiri. And some of these were just natural, filled with wild animals and forests, nature. But still, it was still a part of their circumference around them, so yeah, they owned it. The couple was just marching through said land. The Kiri shinobis were told to watch them. The hunter group consisted of 6 of them in total. Just from a glance, the sensor could tell that these 2 were immensely powerful. Somehow they were hiding their true strength, because something felt so off about them that it was staggering. However, now they were not to engage. The Konoha ninja will come and provide backup. However, if they decide to do anything out of the way, going against anyone against this land, they were to engage and eradicate them. Mei Terumi was trying to strike up a deal with the Konoha shinobis, That is why she had her shinobis not engaged. And also, she would have sent out something if the Hokage had not sent out something to her first. It turns out that a lot of people had been able to see Naruto and Gaia. And there was also a sum of money being given out to anyone that had information on them and their location. So that person had collected their money. After given the right location, it was proven. So with that said and done, Mei had heard about him entering her land on a boat. She told her ninjas not to engage no matter what. She was waiting for the Konoha ninjas to arrive. She was trying to cause some good dealings with Konoha and Kiri right now. Kiri was not in the best state. It was severely lacking in everything right now. After the Civil War, they were drained. They were weakened. That is why they needed help. Big time. So she was making a move that she think will pay off in the future. And if it did not, well, at least they would not engage and start something with this person. After all, he was a Jinchuriki. But they needed to hurry up and get here now, before something started that he could not stop. Down below, I wonder what do they think we're after, said Naruto, as he knew that they were being watched. I'm curious as well, said Gaia. I mean, why would we be out here if it wasn't for something very dangerous? Maybe they're just waiting, said Naruto. You think they already sent for backup? Perhaps, said Naruto. So be ready for anything just in case. I'm always ready, she said. Confidence. I like it, said Naruto, as he placed the armor on her shoulder and they started to walk. The Kira Shinobis jumped from tree to tree watching them. How are we going on that sensor, said Naruto, as he was speaking to himself. I am able to find the general location of its chakra. Almost be able to... Finally, I found him, said Kurumi. Took you long enough, said Naruto. Now don't start with me, young man, she said. This is a lot harder than it looks. You think you can just go anywhere and find a tail beast wherever you want? Because if that is the case, why haven't you done it yet? Nothing to say, she said. I know if I do say something, I'm just gonna what? Make things worse, said Naruto, as he stuffed his hands in his pockets. So, where is he? I don't feel you deserve that information. Really? Now, said Naruto. Apologize. Are you really doing this right now? I said apologize. Fine. I am sorry, Queen Kurumi, that I ever judged you in finding someone, because you're the best scouter, the best hunter, the best everything, said Naruto. Damn right, she said. Now saddle up. You too, Gaia. I'll be transferring the information to you both. The information was mapped out in their head. The both of them share a bond, even their tail beasts as well. As Shikaku was not saying anything, just relaxing watching the scene play on in front of her. With that, Naruto and Gaia took off at blinding speeds, shocking the shinobis. They were told just to watch them, but shit. Move! The leader of the group said as he took off, moving so fast that they tried to keep up, but their targets were long gone. Damn it. As the leader hopped from tree branch to tree branch, he wondered what the hell they were out here for, not remembering that their hunt for the Six Tails Utakata had not went so well. Utakata had been evading them ever since. His problem with the whole Civil War caused him to leave Kiri. However, Mei wanted him back, but they could not find him. Hunter and Ninja had been after him for a long time now, but they didn't have any idea where he was. However, they did not suspect that he would be able to find Utakata before them. Or maybe they were just stupid. Maybe. As Naruto and Gaia were moving so fast, the Hunter Ninjas were unable to catch up to them at all. If there was one thing that they worked on, it was their speed. Gaia wasn't usually a physical type or a speeding type. However, granted, she no longer wore that gort on her back, her body being more flexible, and not to mention the amount of control she had over her obscene amount of chakra. Sending chakra to her heels to move off at blinding speeds was something really easy for her. Glancing towards Naruto, she knew that he was holding back for her sake, so she revved it up a bit as she zoomed past him. Oh, we're getting cocky now, said Naruto, as Naruto took off, leaving indentations in the ground. He was doing this on purpose. If the Kira Shinobis want to follow him, they can. Meanwhile that was going on, Utakata was making his way, him and his apprentice Hodoro, when suddenly he paused. What's wrong, Sensei? He was gonna reprimand her for calling him Sensei, he didn't like that, however, he didn't have time for that. Something was coming and something was coming fast. He stepped in front of her as two people appeared, kicking up a whole lot of dust. I must say, I'm impressed. You've gotten a lot faster than last time. You have no idea, said Gaia. Who are you? Hodoro spoke out, as Naruto tilted his head. Oh, my apologies. We're new in town, and we're here for you. Immediately, Utakata drew his little bubble maker, as Naruto narrowed his eyes toward the strange weapon. Utakata looked towards Naruto. As he focused on his features, he then looked towards Gaia. I know you, both of you. Missing names from Konoha and the Sand. You, Naruto Uzumaki, your name is everywhere. You're one of the most wanted missing names right now. Your bounties surpassing anything throughout the history of any bounties. It's an honor, said Naruto. For you to recognize me, I suppose. Not really, Utakata said. Just had to go and ruin my mood, said Naruto. Well, he's just saying that you're not special, honey, said Gaia. And you're making it worse, said Naruto. Cheer up, she said. Besides, if he does listen to us, we can kill him. She said that so innocently and happy that it scared Utakata and Hodoro. Utakata immediately sent a bubble towards them, knowing that these people were a threat. Naruto watched the bubble coming towards him. Before he popped it, the moment he did, the thing exploded violently. What an idiot. Did he really think that would work out for him? Said Hodoro as she stood there behind Utakata. He raised his hand, quieting her. What's wrong? That was a point-blank range hit. There is no way... What? Hodoro froze as she felt the breath on her neck. Utakata tried to move, however. Several sharp objects were poking him all over. At several vital points, black sand that turned into baseball thorns were poking him. The thorns were long like someone's arm. One twitch and it would tear right through his system, as Hodoro could not move. As Gaia did not move from her location, her sand had came up and protected her, while Naruto had moved with blinding speed and stood behind Hodoro. The girl was trembling in fear. It's alright, said Naruto. We don't have to fight. What do you want? Just to talk. About what? Utakata said. Well, before anything, he said, leave her out of this. If it's me you want, which it surely is, take me instead. No! Sensei, you can't! A lovely student loving her sensei. I approve, said Naruto. Just tell me what you want already, said Utakata, and leave her out of this. Fine, said Naruto as he released Hodoro. He simply walked past. Hodoro raised her hand to perform a jutsu. Hodoro, no! Said Utakata. He could see the look in that man's eyes. If she made a mistake, she would be dead. Wise words, dear student. I would have snapped her neck, said Naruto. Utakata knew that. He could transform, but with Hodoro here, there was a chance that she would get hurt as well. What do you want? He said once again. Just to talk with your friend inside of you, said Naruto. Black chain shot from his wrist and slammed into Utakata. Utakata sensei, Hodoro shouted. Easy, darling, said Naruto. He's quite fine. We're just having a conversation. What the hell are you talking about? He's hurt. You said you just want to talk. And I am. Mentally. Just calm down and no one will get hurt, after all. Do you really want to be the reason why your sensei died? She froze at that, as she clenched her fists. Inside the mindscape. No, this is a surprise. The gigantic slug said, looking down toward the small Kurumi. Kurumi was one of the few tailed beasts as well, the only one that was able to manipulate her human form outside in the real world. That was because of her Uzumaki friend that she had in the past, who helped her. Seals were truly magnificent after all. And she would not tell the others. Well, she did tell Shikaku the secret. However, the others were able to manifestate themselves inside their mindscape. That is why the gigantic female slug turned into a woman with creamy hair. Her body was completely nude. However, there was slime all over her, preventing you from seeing any vital points, or any more provocative points. I must say I never thought I would get this visit in a million years. Come on, sis. Aren't you happy to see me? The last time we spoke, we didn't end on a good note. Yes, you're right, but I'm here to speak to you about something else right now. I need your power. You need my power? And why would I ever do that or give it to you? Because it's simple. Our father was wrong. What? You of all people saying that? Is the world coming to an end? Over the years I've realized that our father was wrong with so much things. The first mistake he made was giving chocolate to these humans. Certain of them can be tolerated, but most of them just deserve to die. So, I intend to change everything, along with my host as well. And in order for us to do that, we need your power. As I said, why would I give you anything? You intend to do something very stupid and dangerous that might cause the end of this world. If you're here searching for my power, and I can also feel Shikaku outside. And seeing you two together is rather weird as well, but still. Something is going on. What is it? Well, as I said, I'm gonna change this world. And in order to do that, I'm gonna have to cause a bit of chaos first, along with my host as well. Your host, the Naruto Uzumaki child, the one that is wanted, with the highest bone in his head. He will be quite pleased to know that even someone as you know about him. Now, as I was saying, sis, I need your power. And I'm afraid I'm not asking. You would fight me in here. In this my domain. Your Jinchuriki don't stand a chance. If it comes to it, I will kill him and forcefully take you. However, there's no need for that. I just need some of your power, not all. I will tell you when I've had enough. And why should I? Her throat was grabbed. Enough of this small talk. I know we're sisters and all, but you're being rather annoying right now. I need your power and I'm not asking anymore. She stabbed her hand in her stomach. The chain outside was preventing the six-tail from lashing out as she felt her power drained already. What are you doing to me? The process had already started, however. I thought you would have let me do this easy and simple. She held onto her sister's head as she petted her head. There's no reason to be upset. Everything will be wonderful once I've commenced my plan. And besides, it's not like anything's gonna happen to you. I'm only taking a bit of your power. You should reform that amount of power in no time. If I believe what I think you're gonna do, you're gonna end up causing the destruction of this world. Maybe it needs to be destroyed. After all, think about it. Through destruction, there is creation. And I intend to create a different world. My host and I. We will fix this broken, cursed world. And you and the others will be a part of it. So, no hard feelings. Screw you, the six-tail said, as she collapsed on the ground. Outside, Utakata dropped to his knees. While Utakata was on his knees, as Gaia-san had returned back to her, it was then that they finally flickered in the clearing. The moment they saw what was happening, blades were drawn. All of said blades were aimed towards Naruto, but two of them were killed instantly. Her sand moving with such speed as it formed into formation, splitting, and turned into weapons. Two of their hearts were gouged out by spears. It happened in less than a second. The others jumped forward. The leader joined his blade and swinged it towards her. Water appeared on the tip. Gaia tilted her head back as the water sliced right through a thick tree, cutting it in half. She then came back up and slammed her fist right into his wrist, shattering it. The man staggered back as he swung his other fist around. She ducked. She then punched him in the stomach and rolled before she kicked him as she came back up, shattering his knee in the process. Her attacks were brutal as he dropped. She then nailed him in the stomach as he crashed into a tree. The others jumped towards her as she proceeded to beat the living hell out of them. Meanwhile that was going on, Naruto's eyes were closed. Chakra was being poured into his body. The unconscious Hodru was on the ground. She tried to make a move, so he knocked her out. As the chakra was pouring into Naruto more and more, Utakata had fell unconscious by this point, until the chain finally returned back to him. Is that enough? Said Naruto. Yes. It will take her a while to regain back that power, but it shouldn't be too long. But it doesn't matter. I've had it all stored away in here. So now it's time to move on to our other little mission, which shouldn't be too far from here. He reformed some time ago. So let's go. As Naruto turned towards Gaia, who was holding the throat of one of the hunter ninjas before, she proceeded to smash her fist right through his mask, shattering his face. As she dropped the man like a sack of potatoes before, a sand spear formed in her hand as she drove it toward his face, skewering his head, blood splashing on her. As she licked her lips, the whole thing for her became so real. Killing people had actually started to bring her joy. Maybe it was the influence that Naruto started to have on her, but it was starting to become more enjoyable. In her olden days, she killed, but she never felt this amount of pleasure. And to make it worse, Naruto gave her a look that caused shiver to run down her spine. The both of them indeed had a problem with having sex. They just did too much. Not to mention, whenever they did things like this, things that would make other people eyes go wide in shock and fear, they seemed to enjoy it a rather bit too much. That is why, you two wasted the hour when you could have moved on to the next target, said Shikaku. What can I say? I was caught up in the passion of love, said Naruto. He was also here in Shikaku as well. Yes, we were stuck in having our romantic feelings explored outside of us. Have you two gone crazy? Kurumi asks, as both Gaia and Naruto start to chuckle, as they start to walk once again. It did not take them too long as they arrived towards a body of water. So he's down there, said Naruto. Yep, you're gonna have to swim. As Naruto turned towards Gaia, hell no, she said. I'm not getting myself soaking wet. You go. Always on me to do the hard work, said Naruto. Fine. As Naruto took off his shirt, before he took off his pants and placed aside, left in his underwear, he dived into the water. While he could have just done something else, he rather enjoyed the swim, if he was not sane. Making his way straight down, Naruto kept on swimming and swimming and swimming and swimming until he saw the back of the giant turtle. He really enjoys the isolation, doesn't he? Aisabu is a child. What do you mean, said Naruto. His personality never really grew up. He's my little brother, so he will cooperate without hesitation. Well, that's good, said Naruto. I'll let you know I'm here. Chakra started to flare out of Naruto's body as a chain shot downwards. Upon the chain going downwards, Naruto's head was being covered by a spear of wind. It allowed him to breathe underwater. Naruto's mastery over the other elements were as great as any other, however, his control over lightning was the greatest to the history of anyone. Meanwhile, Aisabu was shocked. Glancing up, his features took on a small child that was around 12 years old. He had blue hair, light blue hair, and milky blue eyes, dressed in white clothing. Big sister, he said as he rushed towards her. He hugged her. Aisabu, it's been a long time, she said. You left. You never came back. Unlike most of the other tail beasts, Kurumi had nothing against Aisabu. Yes, she kind of liked him most out of her siblings. He was a nice one, always the one that was trying to stop the wars and chaos between them. He was her little brother. She enjoyed pranking and playing with him. Don't worry, I'm here now. The bad humans sealed me away, just like they did to you. They did? But how did they catch you? Well, I'll tell you about that later, but for now, there's something I need from you, okay? Yeah, sure, he said to her. Outside, Naruto saw as the chakra ran up the chain, as it was flowing into him. However, this one was different. The chakra was flowing into him, and it did not stop. It was not stopping. No, it was not. What's going on, said Naruto. I'm taking Aisabu out of here. He's coming with us, said Kurumi. Once the whole thing is over with, we can release him back into the world, she said. For now, he will just remain asleep. Sure, said Naruto, not seeing any problem with that. They did not have to take all of the tail beast's power for what they were going to do. All of the power that they were taking was stored away inside of Naruto's seal, as Chrome had made sure to place it somewhere perfect, containing everything, even Shikaku power was in there. That is what gave them the contact between each other. So now they had 3. As Naruto came out of the water soaking wet, its hair damp. As he flashed it, he was doing it on purpose. As he threw it back, Gaia started to bite her lip. Not again, said Chrome. An hour later, as both Naruto and Gaia were walking, hands around each other, after another session a minute ago. You two really need help. It's like you have no self-control. Seems that we don't, said Naruto. Now it's time to get going. However, Naruto picked up on something. Seems we have company. Naruto and Gaia had moved off for 4 days. Upon going through the entire thing, taking the journey on the boats and everything. So the Konoha ninjas were 4 days behind. But the thing was, Konoha was close to Kiri. As they went through the land of Wave, which took them a couple of hours, then they got on the fastest boat, which took them a couple more hours that led up to a day. Given the fact that Naruto and Gaia entered on Kiri land in 2 days, the 3rd day, when the Konoha ninjas had finally arrived, Naruto and Gaia were already in their trip, so they were able to catch up. However, they still took a while. Once they got to the land though, they quickly moved to where their rendezvous was supposed to meet up. However, it turns out that they had to wait on another team. The one that was supposed to be there to give them information was now missing. There was a good chance that they were dead. Kakashi believed. That is when they felt the spiral of chakra, and they move out. The Kiri team moving to back them up. Despite being in enemy territory, Naruto and Gaia were taking their lovely time and not rushing anything. That is why they were now caught, with their hands right in the cookie jar. Figure of speech. My. What do we have here, said Naruto, as he looked at all the scowling faces. You guys have sure grown, haven't you? In front of him was none other than the Konoha ninjas. Naruto and Gaia could have done this a long time ago and left, however, they decided to stroll, not to mention, they had at least break for at least 15 times to sleep together in the open. Yes, they did. Even while they were being watched, they just did not care. So that kind of stopped many of their times, and not to mention, they had the man on the boat go rather slow while Gaia did, because she wanted to enjoy the smooth ride and not anything too bumpy. So their time was severely shortened by that, allowing the Konoha ninjas to catch up with them. And they were finally here. It took a lot of speed running and a lot of, well, small naps. But they were here, rested. Soldier pills, supercharged and pumped to take them down. Kakashi, it's been a while. Yes, it has, said Kakashi. Why are you here, he asks. You're asking me that. I should be asking you that. I mean, it's not often you see Konoha ninja in Kiri residence. Last I checked, you guys weren't even allies, so what's up? Has Konoha been selling itself like a prostitute to other nations? Shut up. Naruto turned. Who said that? It then focused on the boy standing there. Who are you? As Naruto blinked when he noticed the dog. Oh, Kiba. Long time no see. Oh, I see. Naruto said as he saw the growl. You must be pretty pissed off since I killed Hinata. And Asuma. Remember when I ripped Kurenai apart? Asuma pulled out his trench knife. Kakashi. Easy, Asuma. He's just trying to goat you into it. You too, Kiba. Naruto, I'm giving you one chance. Surrender yourself now, or Naruto start to laugh. Please, don't waste my time. Fine, said Kakashi, as he raised his headband. You should have left when you had the chance, because now, I'm afraid that there will be no more time for you to do that. Oh? Are you gonna take me back? No. We're here to kill you, said Kiba as he clenched his fists. Sakura stepping back. Her protection as a medic, as Neji stepped in front of her to protect her. They believe that this should be enough to take Naruto down after all. Kakashi and Asuma were both renowned Jonins, and the other kids had trained immensely hard to reach where they are right now. People like my guy could not be out there, because they need him at the village, despite them wanting to get rid of Naruto. The village was, weak at the moment. They had lost Jiraiya. They lost so much people in the invasion. As people don't just born on trees and pick. So they had to leave behind some powerful ninjas to continue doing missions. And split them amongst other tunings. In case anything else happened within or outside the village walls. However, that should be enough. All of them had an evaluation test to see where they are right now. And working as a group, they should be able to take him down. There was a chance that not all of them would come back, but all of them made sure that they were okay with this. They were gonna save their home, even if it cost them their life. Which it might end up doing. But guys, be and subscribe right here. If you want to see this person do, like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notifications they posted. But I'm off and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.